and welcome back to Simply Renee. I'm Renee, and in this video, I'm just going to show you a little bit about what I had for lunch during the weekdays from June 30th, 2025 to July 4th, 2025. I realize I'm not eating the proper way that I should. I'm having a little bit too much unhealthy stuff for my liking, and so I wanted to really get back into healthy foods of sorts. And I want to show you this for lunch inspirations as well, and hope you enjoy and see how it goes. And of course, hope you enjoy. So for June 30th, 2025, on a Monday, I had kale Caesar salad. And I really enjoy kale Caesar salad. I found a recipe for it from a book called The Forest Feast, which I'll put a link in the description a little bit later for the video. And what you'll see here is just its basic kale leaves with croutons, some tomato, a little bit of cheese, and some dressing. And I didn't get a chance to make my own dressing like I usually do, so I just had a little store-bought Caesar dressing. But I'll be reminded to make my own Caesar dressing soon. And this was just it was a nice lunch, and I also usually put chicken with it as well. So, but that day I didn't do any chicken there. Here you'll see some yogurt in a mason jar with raspberries, and I put a little honey in it to sweeten it up. And this is really good. It was a nice way to cool down, especially because we had such a huge heat wave here in Massachusetts and Rhode Island last week. And here is some cantaloupe. It's a nice, healthy little treat that I had because I got a 2 for 5 cantaloupe sale. So I had plenty of cantaloupe left and I just had some. That was a nice, healthy treat. And here you have some smart water, and I'm actually going to be drinking a lot of it this week because of how hot it was that week. And I'm going to keep doing that during the heat waves that we have for summer because it has electrolytes in it and that really helps to perk things up. And I didn't want to do a Gatorade because of all the dyes and colors in it, no matter how good it tastes. So I'm just going to be using the smart water that's just clear and has the electrolytes to keep me nice and hydrated as well as refreshed and perked up and recovered. This is for Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, and all I did was have, some leftover pasta that was cooked the other day, rotini, with a little bit of cheese and some red pepper flakes. You might not be able to see it too well in this video, but I added the red pepper flakes for a little bit of spice. And I thought it was very good. It was a nice way to make use of some leftovers. And as you can see, it's a pretty good size, healthy plate, or at least a good size plate in my opinion. And here I also had yogurt once again in a mason jar with some raspberries, but I decided to add some mint syrup to it, so it's a little bit of sweetness there. That's good. And as I mentioned in the clip previously, I used honey, and that was pretty good too, but I just decided to use some mint for a little bit of sweetness, and it tasted really good and complemented it well. For July 2nd, 2025, on a Wednesday, I don't work on Wednesdays in my office, so instead I just had lunch at home. I had some scrambled eggs, some leftover bacon that I heated up in the microwave, as well as some toast with butter. And the reason for this is because I hadn't gone grocery shopping yet, so I just had, a nice little breakfast for lunch. Sometimes it's good to have. It's always a fun thing. I used to enjoy that when I was a kid. And of course, I had a Mole soda with this. And if you remember Mole from a previous video I did for day inspirations and local inspirations video, I'll leave it at the link here in the description. But the Mole is an Italian soda, and it's something that's really tasty. It doesn't have any sugar in it, or at least it's not sweet. And so this was pretty good. It was nice to have that. For Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, I had a really nice lunch. So I had some takeout instead because I didn't get a chance to go grocery shopping. So I ordered a small little margarita flatbread, and this one had a balsamic vinaigrette on it, which wasn't too bad. It was actually quite tasty. It added a little something to the pizza that I liked, and it was pretty good. I don't normally get too much takeout for work, but I decided to do today because, again, I hadn't gone grocery shopping. So it's a nice little small lunch that I had that filled me up. And here you have some cantaloupe. So again, I had some of that leftover cantaloupe that was pretty good, and it was a nice healthy treat. And over here is just some more smart water. I decided to add it here into this video because I just wanted to put a little something extra in there to show more smart water or water with electrolytes that can really hydrate you and keep you well because it was very hot last week up here in Massachusetts, Rhode Island. So having that extra hydration as well as the electrolytes really helped. And last but not least is July 4th, 2025 on a Friday. And I wasn't too hungry and I had a day off from work, but again, I wasn't too hungry. So I just decided to have something that filled me up a little bit. And that was, again, some leftover raspberries that I had that I wanted to finish before it rotted. And I added some yogurt. And this time I didn't really add anything extra to it, except a little bit of mint syrup, though. And I wish I had added some coconut, but the mint syrup with the yogurt was pretty good with the raspberries, and it was a nice thing to tie me over till dinner. I hope this has inspired you for some lunch ideas and share what yours are here in the comments as well. I'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks again for watching. Bye.